excited. It might be the monster.
Not quite winner takes all, as Motz does have an uphill battle, needing to win 2 sets, 2 best of 5s, needs to win at least 6 games, not necessarily in a row, but pretty darn freaking close, as I choose to not swear all of a sudden. Huge combo coming out from Superman, bringing Harley up to 70%, but Harley says, you know what, I can do that too.
We cannot forget about that ice breath that Anthos has been using for quite a lot of this tournament. Able to not only slow your opponents down, but basically create a wall of defense where you're able to sort of recover, gain your ground, gain a bit of space. Harley able to attach the bomb, but it's not enough. Anthos gets the first stock down. Although with 70 damage, it's not impossible to say that Anthos is in a difficult position. The hammer connects, not quite able to get the elimination, but Harley is going in.
I like the idea of slow dropping the bomb, but the grenade doesn't connect because Anthos decides, oh, I'm just going to make it back on stage. You're not going to stop me. And now Anthos sitting in a position where they're getting a lot of percent, if I believe correctly, about 80. Dodging the down smash, making sure it doesn't die off the bottom due to silly reasons. But Motz needs to close out the stock against the Man of Steel quickly. It's getting away from them.
Those hammer strikes have been incredibly violent, able to get the elimination finally, but with 91 heat on Harley, it's got to be said, a lot of damage has already been done. Honestly, with Anthos' dodging, I'm not sure if Harley's quite able to get the start of their combination off just yet. Desperately trying to avoid that grab that Superman is known for. He is ignited, so we're going to see a little extra damage going to Superman with the fire. But with the combination, he gets that second stock. Obviously, it gives Harley a reset, but it also gives Superman a lot of insurance. Harley's really got to be vicious, and she is! The hammer! Anthos and sorry, Motz, I'm so sorry, are now on even footing as we go into the third stock of the first matchup. It could genuinely be anyone's game. Harley able to get out of the combo on this occasion, but the dodges are insane.
Harley really punishing the startup of a lot of these moves. Motz finding a really big combo for themselves, trying to set up, but Anthos says, oh, you can't do that. I'm not in hit zone that long. I'm gonna grab you, throw you. I'm gonna sit in the stage. I know that I'm at a slight deficit, but I can take a better hit than you can. Harley,
that's coming in.
Hiding. That wasn't enough. Motz taking game 1.
That's another one for
Set
Harley.
1 of Grand Finals, as they just run it back real quick. I don't blame them. It was a close game. Something I really like that Motz does is Motz dodges the move and then waits for you to make a decision to punish. She constantly, the Harley constantly breaks up combos by dodging and then punishing dodges themselves, and it really feels like Motz is really comfortable in the matchup.
No, it really does. What I'm noticing a lot here is, obviously, Anthos likes being the one in control of the matchup, being in control of the stage, using that ice breath to create space. Harley is just being aggressive. Combo on top of combo, actually trying to push Superman back so that he's in the air in that vertical space where the bat can come into play. Obviously, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and Motz has made that first step, has set the statement, and is getting a lot of damage, keeping the heat levels incredibly close. Able to get Superman in the air, and the hammer, again, that vicious hammer that Harley is known for, is able to get that first elimination. Anthos is able to even it up right away. We're basically on an even footing once again. But a message has to be sent at this point. Is Motz playing mind games with Anthos and letting Anthos get too overconfident?
Honestly, I forgot about the ice block as it tapped Anthos, interrupting the grab animation. But Motz continuously punishing Anthos for starting up these laggy moves. The Anthos doing the same, getting a quick 66 as Motz makes a relatively easy way back onto the stage. I'm wondering if Anthos is feeling a little flustered now that Motz has gotten their footing.
Again, it's an incredibly even matchup, as we just saw. Motz was just unable to get the connection with the hammer. A very good dodge from Anthos, but once again, the damage has already been done. If Motz can just get a couple powerful hits, they might be able to get Anthos eliminated and then even stock without getting up to even as high as 25 heat. Able to avoid the grab, and they do it again!
Took me by surprise, Harley.
I was gonna say, you can't do that when you're that high percent, that far away. It's really easy to react. But honestly, Superman responding with a 60, 70 damage combo onto the Harley. But there's no saying that Motz can't do the same. In fact, we've seen Motz multiple times honestly get kills from these percents.
No, it's absolutely vicious. Anthos is able to get a point. That Superman combo, especially with doing it on the far side of the stage, so you can have as much room as possible to keep chipping and pushing and chipping. It is lethal. It is absolutely lethal. I think, honestly, Motz's best opportunity, best chance of getting through this first set and forcing a second one is to avoid that combination of moves at any cost, because honestly, they've been avoiding the grabs really well. They've been avoiding the ice breath incredibly well. The laser eyes have not been an issue whatsoever. It's that combination that Superman is able to get on the ground that ends up doing the damage, just like we're seeing here. From 0 to 50, able to dodge out, but look at the amount of damage. A second one of those, and that might be it. It's going to come down to the dodges. It's going to come down to reaction time. And it's going to come down to dominating the space with the hammer, which they just did.
Took me by surprise.
It is you doing the commentary, cursing as they go back and forth, trading early kills. I was wondering if Anthos honestly might be warming up, considering he hasn't played in a minute. And the Superman might not be warm. It is a little bit more difficult of a character than, say, something like a Wonder Woman, where you have really large windups, have to be really careful with your spacing, but it's able to punish over and over again Motz's movement, Motz's choices, getting good hits or huge combos. But Motz doing the same.
Absolutely. We say it every week, but the grand finals is always a really interesting match, and this time it is incredibly even. Motz is not going to allow for Anthos to get that sweep. If Anthos wants this win, they're going to need to earn it, and there's the hammer, able to dodge the cyclone kick in this instance. Harley sat at 101. He now guarding that ledge. This really difficult position that Anthos is able to put you in. Some might call it a dirty move, but you know what, at the end of the day, you gotta do what you gotta do to secure that stock.
Honestly, Motz almost second guessing themselves. They could have really pushed into the further and maybe go for the risky play if you're gonna die anyways, but getting caught up in the decision, trying to even up the stocks quickly. You can see that a little bit of aggression, maybe a little bit of nervousness is coming out as they're whiffing a bunch of really big attacks.
Able to connect with the bomb, but not able to get it. A second point is gonna go to Anthos.
Anthos sitting on
Nice work, everyone.
tournament point at this stage. That being said, luckily for Motz, if Motz does close out the next 2 games, Anthos does need to win 3 more as the bracket fully resets and both players start up 0-0, basically.
Wish it hadn't
I mean,
come to
not
this.
basically, actually.
I guess that is sort of the caveat of our champion's advantage, that yeah, you only need to win one set, but if you do let your opponent get the better of you, all that work that you did does get reset. It looks like Anthos may have been a bit overconfident, thought that that combination was going to be enough for the elimination. Harley able to avoid a very big hit, the dodge out of the way, but honestly the fact that Harley was able to get on stage might have just been enough. The grab is not going to be enough to eliminate this time. The shoulder barging after shoulder barging, there's the elimination. The aggression of Anthos that we are so familiar with, once again coming out in full force. There's the vicious combination that we were afraid of. Not
Anthos
able to
doing-
kill the edge.
And those doing a really good job of rinse and repeating these situations that really force Motz to just take a bunch of damage, and then setting himself up to just one strong hit the Harley. And Motz at this point looking a little lost. He's 2 stocks down.
Yeah,
I'm not entirely sure what Motz is thinking, trying to find an opening, but just getting a hit instead.
You need to slow down, you need to be patient with your dodges in a situation like this, because you're now at a massive disadvantage. And if there's anything we know, it's that Anthos thrives when you panic. Now, both fighting on the edge. Looks like Anthos is trying to clean this up right now, desperately trying to just get this over with. Sat at 95 damage with Harley at 43. Harley getting the bat hits time and time again, but the combination again, the vicious Superman combination, able to keep him alive in this instance. And Harley misses the elimination again at the edge of the blast zone.
If only that was able to go the other way, Harley would have gotten the kill. But Motz fighting for their life as Anthos really looking for the kill. Able to interrupt the grab with a small combo, but it's still an uphill battle as Anthos is just patiently waiting, looking for an opening to get one big hit in, one big combo to secure his second Cracked Media MultiVersus tournament win.
He would be our first 2-time champion, obviously a very prestigious title to brag about. Able to get a very strong combination there. Looks like they're going for the grab. Harley was able to avoid the combination, but it looks like the setup at the bomb may have been the fall.